Police and fire personnel come into contact with violent offenders on the street. Now they have a device called the wrap, which neutralizes the suspect and protects the safety of our first responders.
There's a high risk of injury with a combative suspect, and a common misconception is that once they're in handcuffs, the threat's over. That's really not the case. We've had fire personnel, police personnel, and other first responders all injured by people in handcuffs, in custody.
The risks that firefighters, EMTs, paramedics are facing nowadays seems to be increasing. The greater number of psychiatric emergencies, and they often start off as a non-threatening call, and then they quickly escalate into a violent situation.
There are 3 parts to the wrap restraint. One is an ankle restraint, one's a leg restraint, and then a chest harness. And those together bring about almost a complete reduction in mobility, except for the person's head. The procedure for applying the wrap is to get the person in handcuffs and get them onto the ground. From that position, we apply the ankle restraint, then the leg restraint, sit them up, and apply the chest harness. At that point, they're completely restrained.
The first time my crew used the wrap was we were in a fight with a patient in the park, and law enforcement responded to our calls for help, and they brought the wrap with them, and we were able to quickly get the patient secured safely and get them to the hospital.
Many times, combative subjects, like who is often put in the wrap, are spitting on officers, spitting on first responders, so we carry spit hoods with the wrap restraint in case that occurs.
And it's so important for us to be able to have access to a piece of equipment like this and to train with law enforcement, because if we don't, people are going to get hurt worse. And our goal is of course to get everybody to the hospital safely, and for our own crews to go home safely without injury.
Many combative suspects, when they are in handcuffs or put in the back of a patrol car, tend to injure themselves, and they'll do it by banging their head against the cage or kicking various parts of the patrol car, causing significant injuries to themselves. The wrap restraint is also a great tool to prevent suspect injuries by immobilizing them. We've seen our injuries associated with people who are already in our custody decline as a result of being able to use this tool.